Welcome to Writer Gamer. My name's Kevin. Happy to be a writer and a gamer. And I'm going to be giving you my thoughts about an article I came across today. 10 video games that made you pay for essential features. Oh yeah. Because we all love paying for extra save slots and more storage, right? It's not like it's ever been, a natural part of the game before. It's like a new concept. No, not really. Just paying for it is a new concept. Publishers are pretty fucking stupid. That's one thing that we've learned about the video game industry. But then again, so are gamers, because everyone's got to defend their favorite publisher. Microtransactions exist because Electronic Arts doesn't make money from the initial game sale. Number 10. Starting a new run in Mighty Doom. More annoying is that this cutesy version of the gory run and gun shooter only allows players to hold a maximum of 20 energy at a time. This means that players can only play a measly 4 games before they're forced to either wait or throw money. Okay, so this reminds me of those shitty-ass Facebook games that back in the day my dumb ass used to play for whatever reason. I don't really know. I think I actually also bought some of the microtransactions in some of those games too, if I remember correctly. That's right, because I've said this in previous videos. There was a time I did purchase microtransactions when my head was up my ass. But now I am free, and you can too. Hopefully you never bought microtransactions, because then that does make you better than me. And cheers to you, bro. Or, chick, whoever. So yeah, that reminds me of them shitty ass Facebook games where you had to wait, pay money. And to me, eventually, like I said, I pulled my head out of my ass. I was like, this isn't entertaining. This isn't fun. I got to sit here and wait. I just want to play the game, but I can't do that because paywall. And I stopped playing them. Save slots for Metal Gear Survive. I remember this. It was you had to pay $10 of their own money for some SV coins in order to acquire more save slots. That was utter crap and bullshit within of itself. But it also does not surprise me because welcome to modern gaming. Storage boxes, Fallout 76, kind of like the previous one, limited storage, but you can buy more by giving us real money, bro. Hey, don't you have a job? Don't you have a bank account? That's a play on, what was that, Doom Immortals? Or, yeah, I think that's what that was. Don't you have a cell phone? I feel like that's what they would have said. They probably did. Okay, number 7, the true ending of Asura's Wrath. As excellent as this game is, charging customers more experience, the real ending of Asura's epic tale was a sneaky move from Capcom. That didn't make any sense. As excellent as this game is, charging customers more experience, charging customers more to experience the real ending of Asura's epic tale was a sneaky move from Capcom. Andy Murray, this sentence is like a McDonald's ice cream machine. Or even Fallout 76 when it was launched. Fucking broken. Number 6, the rest of the game Evolve. There were 44 pieces of DLC available on launch day alone, worth over 130 in total. Whereas it's normal for gamers to include some extra content as paid DLC, Evolve took this thing too far by charging customers too much to access the rest of the game in a fatal move that would lead to the plug being pulled on this once highly anticipated release. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now, it kind of makes me wonder if they pulled the plug on all the DLC, because clearly the game came out. So, again, Andy, this time, research. From one writer to another, research will help you. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Story mission Overwatch. So yeah, PvE mode. We're all familiar with that. I did a video on it not too long ago. Utter crap, utter bullshit. Still bullshit. Now, of course, the most recent thing that I'm not sure if I talked about it was they're making you pay for those things now. They're not free. They're like, yo, stop your bitching and give us some fucking money. And then shut up and go play Overwatch. Elvish dialogue, the Lord of the Rings golem. All right, so first off, there was more than just this. There was like some kind of gestures that you had to do. There was also like in-game biostery or some kind of encyclopedia that most games by default give. So even outside of this Elvish dialogue and the other two things that Andy apparently did not research and should also be included in this section, this game was, even without this stuff behind a paywall, it was trash from the beginning. You know, I mean, look at that fucking picture. Look at that. This, my friend, is the face. This is the face of a golem that would probably have killed himself. He's like, my precious isn't worth it. Like, if this golem could somehow come out of this universe, he probably would kill everyone on the developing team. Because he's like, what the fuck did you do to me? All right, number 3. The intended difficulty setting of Metro's Last Light. By making the gameplay more realistic by removing the HUD and the crosshairs, okay. But it was the fact that this setting was advertised as the intended way to play the game, but then they put it behind a paywall. Wait, I wonder who was the publisher for this game? That's what I want to know. Who was the publisher for this game? Deep Silver and THQ. That doesn't surprise me. All right. I mean, they're not as egregious as somebody like Electronic Arts, but yeah. Yep, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, coming in at number 2 is Mass Effect 3. Even more irritating was the DLC was released alongside the game's launch, a move that sparked allegations that the content was included on the disc but locked behind a paywall to wire extra funds from fans. I'm pretty confident that it was actually proven that there was disc-locked content on that game, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back here. Mass Effect 3 disc-locked content. Parts of Mass Effect 3 DLC already on the disc. Yeah, see? It's not an allegation. It was confirmed. Alright, so here's my next tip to Andy. Research. Simple. Okay. Now, coming in at number 1, we have locking players out of the game, Destiny, the Taken King 2015. Let's see. Thanks to the sheer amount of gameplay tweaks offered in the update, those who didn't purchase the expansion were locked out of playing the game that they already paid for. Forcing players to buy DLC just to continue playing a game was incredibly unfair. Well, obviously. So, I mean, overall, I mean, the list, I feel like there are others that should have been in here that are just as egregious. But, yeah. I mean, the idea of forcing players to pay for basic features is garbage, and I'm going to say objectively, regardless of how pretty the graphics are, how great the gameplay is, how awesome the story may be, it makes the game garbage out of the box.